Ace, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a good hump day. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brothers. Always good to catch you on a Hockey Wednesday. The NHL season's about to kick off, and I know everybody in New York City is excited to see Alexis Lafreniere take the ice for the first time. He hit practice for the first time this week. What were your thoughts? What are you hearing? I know you got the scoop. I know you got the tea. What's going on with the number one pick for the New York Rangers?
First overall draft pick, Kaz, Monica. Expectations are sky high, but the Rangers want to bring him along really slow. I know there's a lot of people upset about the Rangers not releasing Lafreniere for the World Junior Championships that just completed last night with Team USA winning, but we saw Kirby Dach, Chicago Blackhawks' top young player, get hurt for Team Canada. Luckily for the Rangers, this did not happen. This will allow them to have 10 days with the training camp to get ready for the season to start January 13th.
All right, Ace, so you mentioned training camp. What is going to be the main theme, the focus of this group?
I think it's going to be conditioning. That's the first thing, but also attention to detail when it comes to defensive hockey. You know, Chris Kreider was saying this, talking about the skill and talking about the dynamic offensive game. But you saw in the postseason last year, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they've had that for the last couple of years, and they didn't win Lord Stanley's Cup. What did Tampa Bay Lightning do? They went and added some grit. They added some guys that were willing to pay the price. And that was the reason why they're able to get over the hump and win the Stanley Cup championship last summer.
All right, let's take it to Nassau County real quick. Matt Barzal, the New York Islanders. Lots of questions surrounding him, surrounding his contract. What are you hearing about Matt right now?
Well, this is what Islander fans are doing right now. They're biting their nails right now because they're nervously anticipating whether or not Matt Barzal is going to sign. He hasn't been in training camp so far, but I know his representatives, Pat Brisson, they represented me CA Hockey for the longest time. Lou Lamoriello, a shrewd businessman himself as a general manager. They'll get this done. But the question always with the Islanders is, can they score? And you guys like to talk hoops, right? Well, Steph Curry, as soon as he gets in the gym, you have to lock him down because he's going to start jacking up threes when he crosses over that center line. Well, Matt Barzal is a similar kind of player when it comes to hockey. You're going to lock him down in his own defensive zone because he could go coast to coast with his explosive skating ability, or he could find guys at pinpoint accuracy to make things happen in the offensive zone.
Ooh, I love a correlation from the ice to the 90-foot hardwood. Let's go to the Devils now, Ace. Jack Hughes, there's question marks there.
Yeah, there are, because Jack didn't have your usual first overall campaign that you expect from a young player. But we have to remember, he was only 18 years old, and he came to the United States Development Team Program practicing against kids. Now, I grew up in a Caribbean household, right? And whenever I do anything wrong, my mom will give me a whack. But as I got older, I started developing that man strength. And the last time she gave me that whack, she hurt her hand. And that was something that you couldn't teach and to develop that over time. Now, I'm not saying that Jim and Ellen Hughes, shout out to the Hughes parents, are, physical people. But what I'm saying is it takes time for young men to physically develop. Therefore, Jack Hughes put on some weight, and I expect to see a big, big season out of that young player for the Devils this season.
Wow. Shout out to Mama Carter.
Shout out to black parents everywhere doing the Lord's work and doing what they got to do. All right, we here.
Just keeping it real here.
Listen. That first time your parents hit you and you don't flinch, it's a landmark moment in your life.
Yeah, definitely. The spoon breaks or something. Mm-hmm.
So a really dope story coming out of the NHL. They're selling naming rights to each division, and in a world where everything's for sale when it comes to sports, when there's no fans, there's not really getting revenue out there. They're trying to find different ways to get this revenue, and now we're gonna see certain divisions named after certain companies if the money's right. I know a lot of people may not like this. Ace, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
I love it. We saw 2020 be a different year, where 2021's a year we got to make up some revenue and find a way to make up that revenue, but at the same time, not affect the integrity of the game. Now, the NHL is an old traditional league. They don't want to put sponsorships on the jerseys. Well, how do you change that? Well, you name some of the divisions. Everyone keeps talking about the divisions anyways. We're talking about hockey. So why not add those to the dollars that you could make because you got to try to make up revenue someplace. Now, say for example, I was Mr. Dolan, I own MSG. I would even add Cottonelle on the bathroom stalls there at MSG so that I'm selling everything. Every single piece of real estate at MSG is for sale because I want to try to maximize my dollars, and that's exactly what the NHL is trying to do.